This is William Prince, and you're listening to The Sunday Verse.
We haven't talked a lot about love yet, though. We've talked about parental love, family love.
Yeah, I guess I haven't had any real reason to talk about love for a while. Love has been... it was a tough patch of land, I guess, hard river to wade. Because I was really, truly in love with somebody that didn't love me back and was okay and past it. And basically just where I am now, but way ahead of our time. And she told me that. She told me it would be okay one day. So being, I guess, in that place for so long, it was like wanting to keep away from anything that would really snuff out the chances of that happening. Keeping it on idle, keeping it on low. Never get too serious about anything, And from that, it was kind of realizing that the better way to go was to acknowledge the fact that we had something great. Well, we had something good. It was all right sometimes. Wasn't the worst always. One of those. And to take that and realize that we've found ourselves parents of someone, and to go from there to being friends is really the best relationship we've ever had. We didn't really know each other when it came about, and we had our son, and we had an idea of one another. But ultimately, it led me to reflecting on the things that we had. In the song "Always Have What We Had." That song really was born inside a Johnny Cash song, "Flesh and Blood." Thinking about that song a lot, and going down to the Times Change High and Lonesome Club for the annual Johnny Cash birthday show. I was looking to play that song. I was blasting it in my speakers, trying to remember most of it before getting there, and if put on the spot, I don't know every Johnny Cash song. That's kind of a expected thing. But you're a low singer and you mention him all the time. Like, no, I kind of don't learn the things I love. Like, that's the reason I love them so much, is they take me out of a place of study and working. But anyway, going down there and realizing it was the night before, coming home to this apartment, this bleak, empty space of, a couple plastic chairs and a computer and my bed. It was like a timeout zone. I kept an apartment, to, build things back. I needed a place to live. We weren't going to live together anymore. Yeah, after a year at home, I spent a year kind of finding myself the whole time before Wyatt was born. And then moving back into Winnipeg and finding this place and starting over in a way. I didn't have time to think about love. I was struggling. I was trying to survive, For once, it wasn't the most important thing. Look what love has gotten me. Look where it's put me, right back to square one. Living with my mother in Peguis and working country radio, working for the Peguis radio every day to kind of keep my mind about me, programming playlists the way I used to in the old country station, and trying to bring something to that place for a time while I was there. I had to do something meaningful. It's funny what I got accomplished when I wasn't all focused on that particular thing. Acknowledging that we lived this life together for a while, gained the thing we love the most. Our time won't serve as regret. It won't be an obituary. This will be a chapter. Once you kind of come to that maturity, it's amazing how you can free your mind and, become a person again, because you have to learn how to be a person again. You've been half of somebody for so long, and I'm guilty of becoming one of those who becomes swimmingly lost in the other person, in the terms of my love language, and hoping of understanding everything you need so my acts of service could beat you to the door and clean the thing you need cleaned beforehand and love you that way. And it's tough when that comes back to you, because it's like, I don't want your services. I don't want the very essence of how you show love, and it's a damaging, recoil. And so once I kind of tipped my hat to that and said, all right, like, it's time to move past this for my own good, and we'll always have what we had. I appreciate it, and I love it, and I'll always care for you because of it. that's a good starting point for a friendship that we want to last. We have a son to share, and he's awesome, and we don't want him to miss out on things, and can't have a picnic together one day. Your dad's that brooding guy who won't come up the driveway at Thanksgiving or something. Like that's not what I want for my son's life. That's not what I want for me as a gentleman. And learning that, getting past it was really huge, and opening the door for me to find a new love. I'm in the midst of one right now. A beautiful walk around that's feeling natural, feeling real over time. I guess it's the longest I've ever been with somebody. Longest I've ever wanted to be with somebody, I guess, too. And now, in this new era, the post-apocalyptic William, who, was certain he was going to just be alone and be okay with it, just write songs forever and just be a good dad. That was what I was signed up for. I was ready for all of that. Then something comes along, as cliche as it sounds, right in the front row of your show. And it's pretty amazing how, I never used that word either, but you see something and something happens and there's a spark and it changes everything. You see that person and makes you feel those feelings again. There's just ashes, not even an ember left. And just all of a sudden it kind of builds itself back. And so, love, I'm trying my best now not to treat it so lightly. This is William Prince. Thank you for listening to the Sunday Verse. From my new album, Reliever, the song is called Always Have What We Had.
Throw the coffee out, make myself an ashtray, open every window all the way. Swedish candle holder, now one piece of furniture, might as well be sitting on the ground. Place is unfamiliar, can't even set the shower, hot and cold, merely for display. And I can miss you from anywhere, I will be tomorrow. Right now all I'm asking for is today. But I guess we'll always have what we have. At least we'll always have what we have. No fault we gave it all, and it won't serve as regret. 'Cause at least we'll always have what we have. Pull myself up a ton of discontentment, ain't bringing about my vengeance anymore. Instead I pray for deliverance, replay my decisions and take the blame and cut the righteous out. Miss you from anywhere, I will be tomorrow. Right now all I'm asking for is today. But I guess we'll always have fault we gave it all, and it won't serve as regret. 'Cause at least we'll always have what we had. Now I had a dream about us. It wasn't just you and me, running through the wreckage in a beautiful house with the sounds of little feet. Always knew we had potential. That's just a painting in the rain. 'Cause flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and where there's blood, there's pain. But I guess we'll always have what we have. At least we'll always have what we have. No fault we gave it all, and it won't serve as regret. 'Cause at least we'll always have